All right, welcome everybody. 8:04 Tuesday night. We're a little early tonight because most of our viewers are here in Kentucky, and tonight Kentucky has a 9 o'clock basketball game against Duke. And when we try to compete with Kentucky basketball, it never works out. We always struggle. Everybody stops watching, and then it turns into a basketball show. So we're going to start now. We're going to end before 9. Everybody can watch us, watch the game. It's probably just going to be me. But, guys, Kentucky has been, not the basketball team, well, also the basketball team. Hunting in Kentucky has been on fire. We're here to talk about it. We want to see what you've killed. We want to see what you're seeing on camera. We want to see how it went wrong, what went right. We're just here to have a good time, folks. We're just here to have a great time. I'm going to make sure we got my good friend, Jimmy Carroll here. His co-worker, I won't say boss, but maybe, I don't know, makes him work too much. Anthony is here. Listen, if you're here, I see there's almost 20 of you watching. Don't be a lurker. Don't be someone who just looks. Tap on the screen. Give us your name, where you're watching from, how deer season is going for you. Go ahead. If you're watching right now, just tell us, did you kill a deer this weekend? Have you killed a deer at all this year? I am in the zero column. I didn't see one dang deer this weekend, and I'm pretty bummed about it. Let's see. I got people messaging me here. Hey, and you know what? Do us another favor. Every time you like, comment, share this live, Facebook just bumps it a little bit, right? My good buddy Tim Callahan's here. Says, "What's up, John?" Tim and I both hunted in Laurel County this weekend. Love it there. Love the places that I hunt there. Hated the outcome. Casey Sparks is here. Casey, what have you had going on? Casey just sent me a photo. We'll get to that in a little bit. Anthony got a good deer down. Tommy's son, we showed him last week, got his first deer of his life. Our good buddy PK. PK, you're messaging me. Are you watching? PK's son, Brian, got his first deer this weekend. Happy for him. We'll show that off here in a little bit. Hart County, 3 does looking for the buck. You keep looking, Mike. He's out there. He's looking for the does. You're looking for him. You're on the right track. Get my hair fixed here. Jimmy says, went Saturday with the son-in-law. Didn't take one. Wanting him to have the chance. I put 2 this season so far. Yes, he has. Jimmy's got 2. Laurel County is tough. Not for some people. Not for some people. You know what? The reason I was a little late tonight is I had a new fancy camera. And man, when I put that camera up here and the lights show, I felt like I was, I don't know, Joe Rogan or something. And every time I would talk on the camera, it was like a Japanese movie, like the old Godzilla. Like I would say something and then my mouth would keep going. So I had to stop. But trying to fix the new camera, it looks a lot better. This one looks a little rough. Let's see here. Jonathan Jones says Pulaski was slow for me Saturday and Sunday. Well, I was up just north of you, east of you, close to you in Laurel County. Let me tell you what I did. Okay, I'll tell you what I did. I'm going to text my brother, see if he's going to share this out so we can get a little bump here, get more people talking about deer hunting. If you're a Kentucky fan, if you're a Duke fan, you can stay at the end, see your way out. If you're a Kentucky fan and you want to give a prediction for the game tonight, that'd be great. But we like to get a little bump because every week when we share it, new people show up. And when they show up, they share it, and their friends show up. So we're trying to build this thing here. I'm listening, Josh. All right. So here's what happened to me. I went to Laurel County, and I've hunted down there before. I like to hunt. I like to go to Laurel County twice a year. Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I like to go to the Daniel Boone National Forest twice a year. In the spring, we have turkey camp in Rowan County, Kentucky, and it's a lot of fun. In the fall, getting close to winter, gun season, I like to go to Laurel County. Tons and tons and tons of public land, and I know so many people there. I love it there. I used to live there. And so I was excited. I had some places picked out. Tim and I had talked about this. He had some places he'd seen deer on camera. And so Saturday I go and I sit and I watch. Let me know if my internet's staying. My girls are in there watching a movie. Usually they're in bed because it's 9 o'clock. It's 8:09 now, so they're up. They're watching Amazon Prime, some show on there, and I am making sure my internet's still good. But anyway, so I'm sitting there. I feel good about it. I feel good about I'm sitting on this little draw. I can look. It's kind of open down in the bottoms. I see this draw coming up behind me is a ridge. And I'm like, okay, I'm in a good spot. Tim had some deer on camera there. I felt really good about it. Morning went on. 2 shots over on private. Morning went on. Nothing. Morning went on. Nothing. Nothing. Didn't see a deer. Didn't hear a deer. I got up and I left around 12-ish. 12 o'clock noon because I just had a couple things I had to do. And guys, when I walked out of there, now I've hunted here before and maybe seen 1 or 2 hunters. When I walked out of there from the 1 mile drive from where I sat to the entrance was I think I counted 11 orange vests. A couple of them were paired up. There was a family of 3. There was a couple of guys that were just a pair and 2. And then there were some guys just parked along the side of the road. 11 people hunting in a pretty small area. It's not small if you keep driving, but where I was, pretty small. So I didn't see anything. I thought, well, it's just because there's so many hunters. That night, I went back to a place. I drove way back in there. I walked down. Oh, no, I'm freezing. Crap. Okay, it's not showing that I'm freezing. I knew this was going to, I was afraid this was going to happen, Jim. Anyway, set a good place, no deer. So on Sunday, I decided, you know what? I'm from Harlan County. Oh, I saw that time. I saw a little glitch that time. I said, you know what? I'm from Harlan County. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Let me see if I can fix it. Son of a gun. It's my computer. It's not the internet. Hold on. This is frustrating. Wait with me. Bear with me. Okay, my back. I've got some cameras open here. Uh-oh, didn't want to do that. I've got some, not cameras, some windows open here. Let me close these out. Anyone? Am I back? Am I back? Okay, good. So it actually froze on mine. I think it's just, I don't know, guys. I need to upgrade. So anyway, on Sunday, I said, you know what? I ain't sitting here all day. I literally walked around. Yeah, Jim, sorry about that. I had a couple of windows open on my computer where I was installing that camera earlier. Let me know, Jim. Let me know if it freezes back up. So anyway, I started walking. I walked 4 miles on Sunday. And look, probably not the greatest strategy in the world, but I didn't have a lot of time. And I thought, here's what I'm going to do. And you guys tell me how you feel about this. I thought, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk and I'm going to bump a deer at some point. And what happens when a deer bumps? It runs and it stops and it turns and looks and is like, what am I running from? And in my head, I thought Marcus was watching. He rattled in 3 bucks the past few days. Didn't work for me. My head, I thought, okay, doe or buck, doe or decent buck. If I bump it, it runs, it stops. As soon as it runs, I'm going to put my scope on it. I'm going to watch it. It stops. Boom. Guys, I walked 4 miles. Did not bump 1 deer. I don't think that's ever happened to me ever. You can't walk. Some places you can't walk 50 yards without bumping deer. 4 miles. It was warm too. Like at one point, I took my leafy jacket off. I just had I think not this one, but a black t-shirt and my vest on, my orange vest and my orange hat. Did not bump 1 deer. I don't know what's going on. But there was a lot of good deer killed. Marcus rattled in 3. And here's the worst part. I don't get to go back this weekend. I don't get to go back. The 23rd, I'm probably going to go to Fort Knox. So I don't know. I hope your experience so far has been better than mine. That's a good strategy. Works most of the time. I know, right? I know. That's how, if Mike was on here, I'd be aggravating him because Mike gets frustrated when he goes to public land places during rifle season. And he said, can only watch you on YouTube. Can only watch on YouTube. Is that everyone? That's not everyone, Greg. Can only watch on YouTube. Why is that, Greg? Anyway, So Mike gets aggravated because he says the Eastern Kentucky guys, that's me, we just like to walk around and watch ridges and watch funnels and valleys and try to pick one off, right? Mike just texted me. Let me read this text for you guys who know our good buddy Mike. He said, "Hey, I might be out again tonight, fellas. Sorry. Been trying to do better job promoting conditioning." Okay. Anyway, Mike obviously doesn't know that we started at 8, even though I told him today. Even though a lot of you knew that we were starting at 8 today. So Mike's behind. But here's the real reason. Mike watches every Kentucky basketball game with his friend, Alex. So that's the reason. He can't lie to me. He's skipping tonight to go watch Kentucky basketball. So who is also only watching on YouTube? Is that just Greg, or is anyone else having that problem? Let me know. Are you still watching on Facebook? Because I'm going to look right here. I hope so. Somebody asked me today, she's like, "Man, I never see your hunting stuff anymore." I was like, "Well, it's because Facebook." Oh no, you can see me on Facebook. It's because Facebook is they've been hard on us. My week hunt went slow, too hot outside. Let me ask you guys a question. It's been unusually warm, right? I mean, I think we all hate it. I think there's just a problem with StreamYard tonight, guys, because even the comments are looking weird on my side. But we all hate the warm weather in November, December. But the rut is the rut, right? Like it happens the same time every year. Right now, 12th and 13th, 14th is when a lot of people say it's the peak rut in Kentucky. So if you hunted today, I think my uncle was at my brother's house today, and he said he saw the largest deer he's ever seen in person chasing a doe at my brother's house this weekend. Don't know what that means. Probably pretty large. He's killed some big ones. But right now should be the peak rut, right? When it goes up, it's like a bell curve. It goes up and comes back down. And so on, as we get past this weekend, it's going to start coming back down. We should see the peak right now. This week will be the best. Dale Cottle says. Dale, I agree with that. Marcus says not Marcus. All those grown-up thickets and trees on strip mines are holding deer right now, especially if the thickets are close to big timber and water. Man, listen, if you've not been to Eastern Kentucky hunting strip mines up on top of the mountain, if you've not been to Black Mountain in Harlan County, you're just missing out. You've not experienced Kentucky at its best. You need to do that. Anthony says, my property was crazy on Saturday. Sunday it slowed, probably due to the rain, but Monday it was ramped right back up. So, yeah, I don't know the answer to this question, but how much does weather affect the rut? Because here's the thing. When those does are coming into heat, right, and those bucks can smell that estrus, there's nothing that can stop them. Like, it don't matter what you do, you're not stopping that buck from chasing that doe. I'm guessing most of you are on TikTok. I mean, TikTok went from like a teenager's app to now everybody I know has it, except, some of the ones that are like, China, this and that. But there's a guy on TikTok, and I tried to get him to come on the show tonight, and he told me no. He was very nice. He didn't just say no. He was very nice. He said, man, I get asked to come on podcasts all the time. He said, my rule is I'm not coming on during deer season. If you want me to come on in January, we'll set it up, but not during deer season. I said, hey, I respect it. I'll holler at you later. But his name is, I'm going to show him to y'all because I want you to go follow him on TikTok. I want you to watch his videos. Here he is. Y'all see that? The whitetail guy. And if you follow him, let's say, hey, Eastern Outdoors Media told me to follow you. He goes on some rants about the rut and deer biology and ecology and how it works. Now, you just look at the feller. Hold on. He looks like a good old boy. But he, man, you'll learn from this guy. I don't know what his degrees in. I don't care. Because when he explains something, now, unless he's just totally wrong and I don't know, he really, Kirtland already watches him. Marcus says he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff. Look, I'm going to get him on the show. He's going to be on here one day. It's probably going to be going into next deer season, but he'll be on here. But he talked about things like peak rut, lockdown, and how there's so much misinformation. And all of us are probably believing things that aren't true that we've just heard passed down from, whoever. And so I just wonder if the weather is really playing a role in it. Hunting pressures playing a role in it. Dwayne Best right here Dwayne says he watches him. Listen, this guy's not having any trouble killing deer right now out in southwestern Kentucky, I guess, out off the river near Illinois. He's not having any trouble killing deer. I think he and they send, we're in a group text. They send so many messages during the day. I can't keep up. But I'm pretty sure, Dwayne, correct me if I'm wrong, he and his buddy doubled on bucks this morning. Or does, or I thought maybe Dwayne already killed a buck. But anyway, Dwayne he's had no trouble. Tim says out of 6 cameras since Saturday, I've only had 2 does daylight. Only rutting activity has putting. Your phone doesn't understand what rutting is, so they correct it, right? Only been at night. Dwayne said yes, he did. Out and I think Henderson, maybe. I don't want to give it away, Dwayne, but they doubled up on bucks. And where I was, I didn't double up on anything but snacks. That's all I had. I had 2 packs of blueberry muffins. That's the only doubling up I did. So yeah. I don't know. But the whitetail deer, man, is good. Marcus says, Union County. Marcus says we've been in a drought. Water is key here. Okay. You know what? It was very dry where I was. Maybe I should have hunted near Laurel Lake. I don't know. Maybe. James says it sounded like a war zone on the neighbors yesterday. 4-wheelers going nonstop around the property, and I counted 24 shots over 3 hours. All right, James, what county were you in? Because that's something too. Now, here's what I want to. Here's one thing. Right, we talk about this a lot of deer killed. If you just look at the quality of deer, this is where I'm going to pound my chest, and I'm going to really support my roots of Eastern Kentucky, because when I see quality bucks killed across Kentucky, man, Eastern Kentucky always has some brutes, these mountain bucks that 99% of the year no one ever sees them, and then they get slipping up after some hot female deer. They lose their minds, they go chasing, and boom, somebody catches them. But these mountain bucks, and look, here's the thing. Some of you have sent me pictures. I exited out of Facebook so my computer wouldn't slow down. But send those to me, not just your photos, but when you see big bucks that have been killed over the last, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 4 days, I want to see them. Let's show them off. Dwayne, if you've not sent me the 2 bucks you and your buddy killed, send them to me. I think it's really cool. We always hear about people doubling up on turkeys. Never hear about doubling up on bucks. That's pretty sweet. Jimmy says, I was in the woods from 12:30 to 6 tonight. Very windy. No deer seen until 6:10. You know what I did? I took my youngest daughter, tried out for cheerleading tonight. Cutest kid there. I'm a little biased. Adorable. And the cheerleading trials was from 5:30 to 6:30. Well, I didn't pick her up till 6:50, Jim. So you were out hunting. I was forgetting my kids at school. Tim says, I'm heading to the mountains in Harlan in the morning, hoping movement is better. I'll be around a big draw that bellies out in an old pond. You know what is funny? The way people describe land forms that we hunt, like on a topo map or something. So Tim and I were talking going in Saturday morning. He was like, hey, man, in this spot, because I had hunted that area before, but I'd been on down, like, I don't know, back toward private. I'd have to show you the map. But Tim was like, hey, man, I saw a nice buck over here. I sit at this spruce tree. It's a big spruce tree, the only one in there. And I was like, okay, I'll be able to find that spruce tree 5:30 in the morning. Sure, like an idiot. And I went in there, and Tim told me, what did you say, Tim? He said, He called something on a map a big swell. Now, swell is usually used to describe like a wave, right? I knew looking at the map what he was talking about, but it's always funny to me how, here he says a big draw that bellies out into an old pond, right? I think draw, funnel, um, drainage, like all those are the exact same things. And we all call them different things. I just think about that sometimes. Does everyone call it a holler though? Like sometimes we call it a holler, a draw and a holler are the same thing. Right? It's just a ditch or a depression in the land that goes all the way down between two ridges, right? So it's like the word saddle. Some people call saddles like the low depression between two raised pieces of land. Some people call it a low gap. Some people call it other things. I don't know. So Kirtland says he is sitting from daylight to dark. Are you sitting in a tree stand, like a ladder stand or a lock on? Are you sitting against a swag? That's what it was. He called it a swag. He didn't call it a swell. He called it a swag. And I was like, I know if he just told me a swag, I wouldn't know. But looking at the map, I knew what it was, Tim. Tim's a good country boy like me. I gotta get a drink. Oh, that's good. Joe Bishop McKinley II, distinguished name. I've sat 5 times this year and have seen one spike. Whew. Joe, here's my question. How many sits is it going to take for you to just say, screw it, and you're going to shoot that spike? Is there a number, or are you just going to say, nah, I'm going to pass? Is there a number of sets? Are you guys like this? Let me ask you a question. This is a great question. I want everybody to answer. There's no way we're getting to 500 comments tonight, so we won't even try. However, I want everyone to answer this. When you go into the season, you have an expectation, right? I want to kill a bigger buck than I did last year. Now, that may not be, a Boone and Crockett buck. Maybe that's just going to be the biggest. Maybe you've only killed a basket, a little 4-pointer. This year, you're going to kill a 6-pointer. Maybe next year, an 8-pointer. Do you go in like that? Or do you go in and say, whatever walks out, I'll make the decision at the moment? And is there a point in time where all that goes out the window and you're saying, whatever walks in front of me is dead? Is there a point in time? Is it like the last day of gun season? Is it like the last day of November? Maybe you're shooting your bow or a crossbow. Is there a point in time where all expectations are out the window and you're just going to kill something? Joe says, I have a subdivision I hunt that is in a person's backyard. I plan on killing a few does. Hey, here's how I approach it. Oh, here's Michael. I took a doe on November 11th. Only deer I saw so far during gun season. Hey, Mike, I already let the cat out of the bag. I told everyone, we all know why you're not on here. You're preparing for the Duke game. That's okay. We just want to admit it. Go Cats. Mike's dad saw 17 deer today. Several nice bucks, but he tagged out on a smaller buck Saturday. See, Mike's dad works all the time, doesn't get to hunt much, goes out first day of gun season Saturday. Small buck walks out, boom, puts it down, done for the day. Goes back today. I'm guessing maybe wanting to kill a doe or two. Maybe you should have waited today, Dad. Big Mike. I don't know. I can't remember Mike's dad's name. Sorry. Should have waited today. Gordy says, after my 7th day, I was ready to shoot a spike. I'm after the meat anyway. Here's how I feel. Gordy's right. Like, that's fine. The way I feel is I enjoy deer hunting. I enjoy just being out there. I whiffed on deer Saturday, whiffed on deer Sunday. But I just tell you, I've been working a lot, and just being outside for 2 days was like vitamins to my soul, right? It's just a refreshment that I needed to start back on Monday, 9-10 hours a day, working after work, taking my kids to practice, getting, cleaning the house, doing laundry, like all these things that I'm doing from 6:30 to the time I go to bed. Just being out there, not bringing deer home. I didn't like it, but it was so much better than just sitting around, right? Sitting at home or or doing something else. So I just love that experience of deer hunting. But two, I really like to feel. Now people say I feel the freezer. I genuinely want to fill my fridge, both of them, with deer. One is healthier for me and my kids. Two, it's less expensive because I'm cheap and I don't like people doing stuff for me. So I don't take my deer to the processor. Do I do a good job like they do? Not even close. Do I enjoy it? Absolutely. So I'm with Gordy. Now, the only thing I would say is if I'm out there and a spike walks out, I'm probably not going to shoot it because I would just assume instead of shooting a small buck, I would just assume shoot a doe. Now, is that easy? No. People act like killing does is automatic. It's not. Killing does can be harder than killing bucks, right? Especially right now, those bucks head down, looking, chasing after the does. Those does come in and they're nervous. They're paranoid. So it's not automatic to kill a doe. But if I had my druthers, as my mama would say, if I had my druthers, I'd rather shoot a doe than a small buck. And I guess everybody's like that. Tommy says expectations stay at home. Scott says I actually got to hunt a buddy's farm yesterday. Saw a spike doe in a basket 6. It felt so good. Scott, I'm so surprised. Scott's got heart surgery coming up. Say a prayer for him. I'm surprised, Scott, knowing that you're going to be down for a while with this surgery. You didn't just go ahead and shoot one. I would have loved that. Maybe you get another chance. Let's see. Maybe you get to go back tomorrow. I don't know. My buddy told me a Ted Nugent quote: "Shoot the spike." Yeah, he don't care what he shoots. He doesn't care at all. I saw 0 bucks last year, so killing a big one would be great. Absolutely, Tony. Tony, have you been out at Knox any? Have you been hunting out there? How did it go this weekend? I'm supposed to be at Knox this coming weekend for the gun lottery, but I have my 2 beautiful young ladies this weekend, and I'm not going to go. I want to stay with them. Dwayne says, I love killing does and lots of them. There you go. You know, here in Franklin County where I live, we can kill as many does as we want. There's a lot of counties like that around the state. Eastern Kentucky, right now you can't kill a doe. My first year deer hunting, I almost did that. I didn't know that rule. That was my fault. That was a silly mistake by me. But I had these, I was hunting, gun season, sitting on top of a hill, watching down in, just a flat. And in behind me came like 4 does just hammering it down this logging road. And I turned and they stopped and they were kind of behind trees. And I pulled my gun up and I looked through the scope and I could see like the back end of one. And I thought, you know what? There's just enough room there with a good shot. That deer's done. But I didn't do it. And then later I called my brother and I was like, hey, man, I just about shot a doe. And he's like, good thing you didn't. You can't kill a doe with a gun in Eastern Kentucky during gun season. Didn't know that. I didn't, obviously. I've seen pics. Wrong one. I've seen pics of the bucks that are still alive. Okay, so Scott passed up deer yesterday because he's seen what's out there. The potential of killing a big buck has caused people to have tag soup year after year after year. You know what's the saying they say? Don't pass. You guys help me. Don't pass on the first day what you'd shoot on the last day. Is that the saying? If not, correct me. Put the saying in the comments so I'll know. Let me go back. I know I missed some. Casey said, usually I try to set goals before I hit the woods that morning. If I have the whole day to hunt, I won't shoot does until last light. That way I don't blow my spot out during prime time. That's my brother's kind of been that way too, as far as like messing up his area. But man, everything I've seen lately by people who are much smarter than me have said, it's not really going to mess your area up. I don't know. It's not my private land, so it's not my place. James said, I'll take tag soup on my bucks. I'm in no hurry. Teach his own, brother. I like that big trout. Every week James is on here, and every week I look at that photo and I'm like, I know that's not in Kentucky. I guess it may be like the Cumberland River up there by the dam, Wolf Creek Dam, but that's a great trout. Jim says, after I got the 10 point in 2019, I went into the next 2 seasons looking for something bigger. This year, I made a decision when I presented itself and took an 8-point. And I'm so glad you did, Jim. And I know you are too. Makes you happy. Don't shoot something on the last day you wouldn't on the first. Is that it, Tommy? Don't shoot something on the last day you wouldn't on the first. I thought it was don't pass something on the first day you wouldn't on the last, right? Like if you're going to kill that thing on the last day, you might as well shoot it on the first, get it over with. Heck, look, all of us in here, we love to deer hunt. But if we can go out there first day, kill a deer by 7:30, get it home and relax the rest of the weekend, we're for that. That's what we want, right? We don't want to sit out there all weekend, even though we enjoy it. So, hey, if you're going to kill that spike on November 24th, I guess, go ahead and kill it on November 13th tomorrow. Just get it over with. I don't know. Oh, New York is where that trout was. You know what? I fished in New York one time. I was just wading creeks that flowed into Lake Erie. I waded those creeks. The biggest smallmouth I've ever seen. Not one, like just all kinds of smallmouth you could see right through Clearwater. But the hardest of it, I guess, where they're used to humans, is so hard to catch. Jacob Combs, don't pass the deer on the first day that you would shoot on the last day. Tommy, we're going to have to revisit this. Don't shoot something on the last day you wouldn't on the first. So you're kind of reversing it, Tommy. Hey, if you're not going to shoot that on the first day, then don't shoot it on the last day. Okay. We got two different sayings here, both similar, but yeah, it works. It works. Jeff Hall says correct. Thanks, Jeff. So yeah, man, this weekend I was just out there. I was hoping to kill at least a doe, bring it home. And Tommy says he's always backwards. That's okay, Tommy. We love you. We love you. So who still has their tag? Jim doesn't have his tag. Do most of you still have your buck tag? Dwayne doesn't have his tag. We're gonna show Dwayne's right now. Let's go ahead and show some because my girls are wanting to also watch a TV show and I'm gonna watch the ball game. Let's see here. Yeah, who still has their deer tag? Their buck tag, I should say. Oh, there we go. Dwayne, you got your beard grown out a little bit here? Sending one up. Oh, okay, I got you now. Let's see. Who's got their buck tag? Well, I'll show this photo of our good friend, Dwayne. Now, look at this. So you got two deer out there. Oh, you got three. I didn't see the doe in the middle. So you got two bucks. These two white-bearded gentlemen. See, these guys kill bucks early so they can go to the mall and play Santa Claus is what they do. But you got these two bucks. These guys doubled up. Isn't that cool? Isn't that a cool story? Now, I want to know, Dwayne, did you guys just say, okay, I'll take the one on the right, you take the one on the left? Or, it's like, okay, I'm going to get the bigger one, you get the smaller one. How's that work? Josh Wilson says he has doe tags left. Buck tag is filled. Tim, sending one up for our old buddy Scott. Arian says, shoot what makes you happy, and meat makes me happy. There you go, Arian. I think we all agree. Jim wants to kill two more does. Jacob, he's in that line of big Hurley Combs, little Hurley Combs, Jacob and KJ Combs. So he's not went out. He said he's been helping other hunters. His turn is next weekend. He's already, he's going to kill a nice one. That's all they do. Let's see here. Yeah, Dwayne, love it, man, love it. Let's hold on. Let me read what Dwayne said because it was a cool story. Hold on. Some of you already know it. Some of you already saw it. Jimmy, I clicked on yours. I'll look at that in a minute. Let's see. Dwayne. Let's see. Hold on. I got it here. You guys text a lot. Oh, hold on. Well, maybe not. Oh, Dwayne said I wasn't being picky this year. I shot the first one that came by me this morning. I think he was talking about does. Oh, okay. Here's what he said. Dwayne said he's out in Union County. He said they hadn't seen many deer in 3 days, and they saw 3 by 6:30 this morning. His buddy shot 2 this morning. He turned, and then Dwayne turned around in the blind and killed that one at 30 yards. Shot him 10, or saw him at 30 yards, shot him at 10 feet in front of the blind. Anyway, isn't that pretty cool? Let's see. Arian said he filled his buck tag Sunday on an 8-pointer. Does beware, because I saw, I think, 14 Saturday morning before 11. Now, Arian, are you in Laurel County? Because I was in Laurel County, like Arian, and 14 is 14 more than I saw. I was in the wrong area of Laurel County. Maybe I need to come hunt with you next time. Maybe Saturday. You got the room. Joking. All right, let's see what else you guys have sent here. Dwayne, thanks for sharing. We appreciate you. Let's see what else we got. Marcus sent a photo here. Oh, yeah. I got you here, Marcus. Guys, there were some really good. If you had pictures, not of your deer, but there were some really nice deer in Kentucky killed. I got a couple maybe I could show here. This is Marcus's that he shared with me. It's a good buck. I think all of us would probably, unless we knew we had something bigger, would shoot that. Looks like a 10-point. I can't see his brow tines. Looks like he could have been. Oh, he's got one broken off right there. You see that? You see that one broken off? Guy's been fine. I see a little brow tine there, so it looks like maybe an 11-pointer. But it looks good to me, Marcus. Great job, man. Excellent. Thanks for sharing. Dustin Armfield says you sent me a message, but there's nothing there. Oh, there it is. That says you sent it twice. All right. Now look at this. I don't know who killed this one. Dustin's obviously watching. I'm not seeing him in the comments. But I don't know who killed this one, but I think we all agree that look at those smiles right there. We love that, don't we? Look at that. That's some big tines right there. Some big antlers, tall. I don't know, length. I don't know, whatever. Dude, that's great. Obviously, I think Dustin probably killed that, but now Dustin is also. If you're in Eastern Kentucky, I'll say this because I always get the name of his company wrong. But if you're in Eastern Kentucky and you kill anything, deer, elk, bear, turkey, I don't know, and you can't find it, you call Dustin Armfield here, Eastern Kentucky Thermal Drone Recovery Services. It's something like that. And he's the best. He's the best. He'll come find it for you. I shot a deer a couple weekends ago, tracked the blood 150 yards, and it was just a bad shot, guys. I regret it. I hit it in the hip, missed everything vital, and just clipped the hip. And shouldn't have done that, but I did. We saw it on camera not too long after that. Let's see. Casey said killed a monster doe yesterday evening and butchered her today. Most fat I've ever seen on a deer. You think this means we're going to have a harsh winter? Nah, I think it's just a fat doe. I don't think so. Dustin says I'm in southeastern Kentucky. Dustin, have you seen any big bucks out there, brother? Any of those mountain bucks? What county? I'm from Harlan County. I live in Frankfort now. Let's see what else we got going on here. Anybody else sent pictures? If you sent pictures, I've not seen them. We got a lot of folks who are usually on here who are not on here now. Here's a good one. This is our good buddy Anthony. I don't know if Anthony's still on here, but he got him a dandy. And I'm pretty sure, I see a lot. Oh, Bell County, Dustin, right next to me in Harlan, brother. But Dustin, what you need to do is go get you a black bear here in about a month when they open that up. You'll get you a black bear. That's what I want. So, Anthony, I'm pretty sure now he's on. I just saw where he said he's on here. He can correct me if I'm wrong. That's a little too big. There we go. I'm pretty sure he had this one down by 7:30. Look at the mass on that one. That's a heck of a buck. I I think that's a Madison County buck, if I'm not wrong. But that's a good one. I've got another picture of it here. Hold on. Oh yeah, here's the one of it. Yeah, look at that. That's a good one. Another 10-pointer. Yeah, 10-pointer looks like. Yep, great job, Anthony. So yeah, man. Anybody else? Let's see. He lives at the foot of Pine Mountain. Know all about Black Bear. There you go, brother. Go get one. 653. Anthony had that deer on the ground. Anthony's tumbler. I didn't see a tumbler. I have to go look. Am I missing something here? Anyway, I don't know. Anthony's tumbler. Somebody else referenced a tumbler. What am I missing? That deer went to, tumbling downhill. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. I thought you meant like something you drink out of. All right, there's another one. Scott. He tumbled down a big hill. Well, glad you could get him. Let's see here. There was somebody else sent me some pictures. Oh, I know what it was now. Mark Lilly. Mark Lilly, sometimes he's on here, sometimes he's not. Actually, I thought about him because I know he always watches a Kentucky game. But we've got two more I can show you. Now, this right here, I'm going to share this on the page in the morning. Guys, this is a hoss. This is a 200-incher killed, I think, Saturday morning. I mean, this one is probably the nicest one I've seen killed this this gun season so far. Hold on, I'll show it to you. You guys ready for this? I shouldn't have told you. I should have made you guess the score. But look at this. Now look at that one. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, that's an amazing one. That is an amazing one. This one was killed by Joe Blanton. 202 and 6/8 or 3/4 inches. Man, I tell you what, look at that. I'm going to show you this. Look, wait till I show you this picture of it right here. My goodness. What do y'all think about that? Let's see here. I got to, oh yeah, these pictures are just amazing. Hold on. Yeah, that's a brute for sure. Now hold on, I got another one here. These are the same two deer. I'm going to show you more pictures of it. All right, look at this. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's got these little stickers sticking out here. It's got like twin brow tines right here. It's got another. I mean, this buck, this is so stupid to say, but let's pretend you give this buck another year and all these right here grow out. Wouldn't that be amazing? I don't know if that would happen. I wouldn't give it another year. It's 200-incher. But that's an amazing buck. Hold on, I got one more picture, and I think the next picture might be the best one of them all. Hold on. One more picture of this brute. 202-incher. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Look at that. Whew. Guys, talking about buck fever. My goodness. That monster walks out in front of you. Better be glad you have a gun. Mark Lilly took that picture through a high fence, is what Scott said. Now, Scott, we can make fun of Mark. We can't make fun of Joe Blanton, the guy who killed this buck, though. Where was that one at, Jonathan? I know for sure it was Northern Kentucky. Grant County, Owen County, Kenton County. I don't know. It's Northern Kentucky, probably Grant County. Grant County's had some fine deer come out there. Actually, I have a house coming up for sale in Grant County. It's got 5 acres. You could get a big buck coming through there, 5 acres, if anybody wants to buy it. It's got a really nice brand new double wide on it. 5 acres, Grant County. Holler at me. We'll sell it to you. So, but yeah, man, a lot of good deer killed. Just a great time of the year. Pretty bummed I didn't get it done. And but I'm glad you guys are having a good year. Anyone else got pictures before we get off here? I gotta get my girls in bed. I am so glad you joined us, though. I think that's it. Oh, Casey sent one. Let's see here. Jim's cams are blowing up. Casey sent this. Now, look, we're showing all these deer killed, but Casey's putting in the work. Got it hung up there. Process is on. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Thanks, Casey. So, well, listen, guys. Hey, it's been fun. We're missing a lot of people tonight. Shows are. Oh, look. Okay, hold on. PK's here. PK, before we go, hold on. My phone's in the floor. Before we go, PK, send me a picture of Brian so we can. We will end the show. We'll end the show showing Brian. Hold on, I got another one. Josh Teeter. I don't know if Josh Teeter's on here. I don't know if I've seen him on here, but I just saw that he sent me 2 pictures I want to share here. Hold on. PK, send me Brian. Okay, I got 2 more. As long as you get it. I don't know what that means. As long as you get it. Sorry, Jim. Oh, send some home with Jim. There you go. Send some home with Jim. Gotcha. Okay. They're having their own conversation. Sorry to butt in. Let's see. I've got some more and then we'll go. So this next one is by the way, Clayton Owens just sent me pictures. Good old Harlan County boy. If you're watching on my personal page, I can't see your comments. So I'm guessing that's where Clayton saw it. Let's show our good buddy Josh Teeters right here. Hold on. My buddy killed that one. All right, Josh Teeter sent me this picture. His buddy killed. Hold on. Thought it was Josh till I opened it. You see that? I like those brow ties like that. So that's a good one. Love it. 173.5. We can all get behind that one. And then let's see what else I got. This one, I don't remember this feller's name. Somebody sent it to me. You guys can take a look here. Maybe you saw it. This is a really nice one. Now, this deer was killed coming into the good old antler builder, right? I don't remember this guy's name, though. Sorry, guy. If you're watching, we love you. This one is real funky on this side. This was pretty typical. It gets real funky over here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got a little drop time starting there. So that one gets a little funky. But we're happy for that feller. We don't know him, but he's a good guy, he looks like, ain't he? Now you are sending more. Hold on. Trying to get through them all. Let's see here. Oh, Clayton's. Here's Clayton's. So Clayton, tell us, Clayton's. If you're on my page, Clayton, I can't see, but we always like to see the youth, right? Look at there. Look at that happy little girl. Isn't that sweet? Clayton, tell her we are so happy for her. We love her. We hope she continues to hunt. And she's obviously a better hunter than Clayton, I bet. Clayton, it's been a long time since I talked to you, man. I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing great. And then my buddy Josh. Now look, Josh is trying to be funny. And it is funny. He said, don't forget this. Do you guys think this is funny? Josh said that's the only deer Josh was killed. Actually, Josh is his Airbnb is where I stayed this weekend. If you need an Airbnb in London or Corbin area, perfect. For a solo trip or a couple, perfect. Had a great time. Appreciate that. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it. We appreciate you, and we're so grateful that you stopped by to join us tonight. Oh! I forgot. We're going to end it with Brian. Brian, my friend, I go see Brian when I go to Fort Knox. I always go and see PK and his family. And Brian is PK's oldest son. PK, as you know, is one of our favorites. He's one of my best buddies in the world. I love him. And his kids, I love them. Brian, Brianna. Oh no. What's the little one's name? I love the little one. Brian and Brianna and the little one. But Brian got his first buck ever. So let's close out the show congratulating Brian. Can we all say congratulations, Brian, in the comments so PK can show him how happy we are. So Brian, we love you. We're so happy for you. And great buck, buddy. And I watched the video of Brian. He was calm. Man, he could put his head down on that rifle and look through the scope, and he slowly pulled that trigger. You know, it gave him a little bump there in the recoil, but he handled it like a champ. Took down the old buck there. So we're happy for you, Brian. Hey, guys, we appreciate you. We're going to get off here. I'm going to get my girls in bed. I'm going to watch Kentucky dog stomp the Dookies. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Hey, get out there. Get on those bucks. Bring your pictures next week. We're back to 9 o'clock next week. I don't care who Kentucky plays. We're just doing this once. Back to 9 o'clock. Appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend. Adios.